Hello, this is Team Lectura by Mark, Ryan, Gil, and Hoy. So let's get started by going to our landing page. Here you'll be met by our slogan, revolutionizing the classroom experience. Click Get Started to log in, and let's join as an instructor. First, you put in an email and you put in a class code for students to join in.
Hi, I'm Gil, so I'll be showcasing the question creation tool. So on the top right of the navigational bar, you can see the plus icon here, which you can click. Now I can enter a question. So I'm gonna do what is 2 plus 2? And then I can enter an option. So I'm gonna put all my options, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then I'm gonna try to create a question. But look, it will stop me and it'll tell me to select the correct answer. So yeah, I'll click on 4 and then create my question. So I'm gonna create a few more. Okay, so and then select the correct one again and create question. And last one, what is 12 times 12? Okay. Okay. And now we select the correct answer again and then create the question. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the home page.
Yeah, okay, so now this is the instructor homepage. So I have some students right over here that will come up. So we have 2 students here, so there's no so we have to, if we refresh here, we get the questions. So if we just start off with the student has a question, so this is student A, this is student B. So let's say student just has a question like, I'm confused on what a square root is. So we see over here, this is kind of like a text chat that will be shown to the instructor. And we can see over here that the instructor is actually getting these responses over here, and we will show that a bit later. So if we go back, continuing on, we could say this student over here, I too have a question on what is a square root. I also have another question on how to add 2 numbers together. So we can see it's kind of like a text state, and then if we go to the instructor, we see over here the questions have popped up in real time. So we have a point system. So this is where students are rewarded for asking questions. So let's say I'm an instructor. I think this is a good question, so I will reward this question 50 points. I just type in 50, press enter. Question is dismissed and it's cleared from the chat. I could go to this question. It says I too have a question on what is a square root. I could say like, oh, I think this is kind of a redundant question since it was already asked. You'll receive 0 points for that question, and then it's removed. And then I'll say this question, okay, let's say this should be 10 points or like 15, and then we'll press enter and go on. So now we actually have the feature for the instructors, how they want to do their questions. So we have a poll side too. So let's say I'm an instructor. I want to display this question. What is the square root of 9? And we see it updates in real time too. I could change it on the instructor end and it'll update real time for the students. So let's say this student has answered, what is the square root of 9? Let's say this student has answered 6. So now you cannot change your answer. That is your answer right now. And then we go to the other student, and he says, what's the square root of 9? I think this is 3. So if we go to the instructor view now, we'll say, okay, let's display the answer. And it is 3. So you see we kind of have a distribution here. We have one student chose this. We have one student chose this answer. Also, we have kind of like a live showing, I could kind of show over here. If we go to like the next question, if we go here, if we go like, let's say, what is 12 times 12? If we say answer here is 144, if I could just show the answer real quick. So in 144, we see it updates in real time. And then I could go on the other student and I could go on the other student and I could say, oops, that's not the other student. I could go on the, oops. Oh, Chrome, oops, haha. I could go on the other student, I could say, I think it's actually 156. We see it kind of updates real time with that animation. The instructor can hide the answer, go on to like next questions, or there was no more questions after this. Go on to change the questions and it'll like change for the student. And yeah, so that's the instructor view and the student view. So now moving on.
So you may be wondering where can we see these points that this person is talking about. So we could see it by going to the leaderboard, and we can see the distribution of points here. We could see that this student here has 115 points from answering questions from the poll and also through the chat. And also we could see that this student also has 50 points. And teachers can use this to allocate maybe like extra credit points or participation points to students. And I think this would be a great improvement to the classroom experience, and it would improve student engagement. And also it's 50 points per correct question for now, and teachers can choose how they want to distribute that later. And you can also just go back home and log out here.